The old woman and her daughter were sitting on the porch when a man, Mr. Shifley, came walking up the road for the first time.
Good evening.
All right, you get it, Matthew. Lucille just watched helplessly.
Lady, I would give a fortune to live where I could see me a son do that every evening.
Does it every evening?
Would you like a piece of gum? Oh, there's an automobile over there. Do you guys drive?
That car hasn't ran in 15 years. The day my husband died, it quit running.
Nothing is like it used to be, lady. The world is almost rotten.
That's right. You from around here?
Named Tom T. Shiflett.
I'm pleased to meet you. My name is Lucille Carter. And my daughter's name is Lucille. What are you doing around here?
Let me tell you something. There's one of these doctors in Atlanta that's taken a knife and cut the human heart out of a man's chest and held it in his hand and studied it like it was a day-old chicken. And lady, he don't know no more about it than you or me.
That's right.
Why, if he was to take that knife and cut into every corner of it, he still wouldn't know more than you or me. Would you want to bet?
Nothing. Where are you from?
Nowadays, people do anything anyways. I can tell you my name is Tom T. Shiflett, and I come from Tearwater, Tennessee, but you never have seen me before. How you know I ain't lying? How you know my name ain't Aaron Sparks, lady, and I come from the Singleberry, Georgia? Or how you know it's not George Seeds, and I come from Lucy, Alabama? Or how you know I ain't Thompson Bright from Tula Falls, Mississippi?
I don't know nothing about you.
People don't care how they lie. Maybe the best I can tell you is I'm a man. But listen, lady, what is a man?
What are you carrying in that box?
Tools. I'm a carpenter.
Well, if you come out here to work, I'll be able to feed you and give you a place to sleep, but I can't pay. I'll tell you that again before you begin.
There's some men that some things mean more to than money.
Are you married or single?
Where would you find you an innocent woman today? I wouldn't have any of this trash I could just pick up. Is that your baby girl?
My only, and she's the sweetest girl in the world. I wouldn't give her. I wouldn't give her up. I wouldn't give her up. Okay, I wouldn't give her up for nothing on this earth. She's smart too. She can sweep the floor, cook, wash, feed chickens, and hoe. I wouldn't give her up for. I wouldn't give her up for a casket of jewels.
There ain't a broken thing on this plantation that I couldn't fix for you. One on jack leg or not. I'm a man, even if I ain't a whole one. I got more intelligence.
I told you to come hang around and work for food. She said, oh, if you don't mind sitting in the car yonder.
The next morning, he began on the roof of the garden house while Lucille, the daughter, sat on the rock and watched him work. He had not been around a week before the change he had made in the place was apparent. He had patched the front and the back steps, built a new hog pen, restored the fence, and taught Lucille, who was completely deaf and had never said a word in her life, to say the word bird. Bird,
job, Lucy. Lucy now?
In the evening, he sat on the steps and talked a while. The old woman and Lucille rocked violently in the chairs on either side of him. The old woman's three mountains were black against the dark blue sky and were visited off and on by various planets and by the moon after it had left the chickens. Miss Shefflet pointed out that the reason he had improved this plantation was because he had taken a personal interest in it. He said he was even going to make the automobile run.
You take now, one man puts in one bolt, and another man puts in another bolt, and another man puts in another bolt. So that's a man for a bolt. That's why you have to pay so much for a car. You're paying all those men. Now, if you didn't have to pay but one man, you could get you a cheaper car and one that had a personal interest taken in it, and it would be a better car.
Heat or something else.
What do you want her to say next?
Sugar pie.
The next day, he began to tinker with the car.
It would be a good idea to paint it so that it doesn't rust.
We will see about that later. Saturday, you and her can ride in town and get married.
I don't have money.
You don't need money.
Lady, I am divided into two parts, body and spirit.
My well never goes dry, and my house is always warm in the winter, and there's no mortgage on the thing around this place. You can go to the courthouse and see for yourself. And yonder, under that shed, is a fine automobile. You can have it painted by Saturday. I'll pay for the paint.
Takes here, working on it. All right. On Saturday, the three of them drove into town in the car that had barely dried on, and Mr. Sheffley and Lucille were married in an ordinary office, while the old woman witnessed as they came out of the courthouse. Mr. Shiflett began twisting his neck and collar. He looked more morose and bitter, as if he had been insulted while someone held him. Then they left the car. The turnip continued slowly to descend. After a few minutes, there was a guffawing peal of thunder behind the fantastic raindrops. Like tin cans crashed over the rear of Mr. Shiflett's car. Very quickly, he stepped on the gas, and with his stump sticking out the window, he raced the galloping shower into Mobile.
That's it.
Well, that was good. All right.
I'm Bubba. I'm Mr. Shiflet. Shiflet.
Here, you, Matthew.
I'm Matthew. I'm Miss Crater.
You gotta put yourself in
Yeah,
it. Look.
you can see.
Oh, okay. I'm Matthew. I'm Miss Crater.
I'm the narrator and Lucy Neal. Alright. What if it didn't record? We chose the story because Bubba had a special spot in his heart for this, and it was a very interesting book. It made you want to keep reading when you read it, and Matthew Dawson loved this story too. We chose this story because for some reason or another, Bubba had a special spot in his heart. Great. This story touches